Hey, my name is Marv Pinner, and I'm honored to be the Dean of Discipleship at Bearspaw Christian School. Thank you so much for taking your day to be part of this golf tournament. We so very much appreciate your support. My only regret was that I couldn't be with you on the golf course today. When this date came up, I was already scheduled to teach a course out at Acadia University in Nova Scotia, and so that's where I'm speaking to you from today. All I could really do is pray for good weather for you. And so if you've enjoyed warm temperatures and light winds, you can thank me for my prayers. If the weather's been crummy, you can pray for me because obviously my prayer life needs a little bit of a tune-up, I guess. But a golf tournament, not a bad way to kick off the summer in Calgary. And for those of you who were with us at last year's tournament, we asked you to golf in support of the Truth Impact Project. And I'm here to report that it gave us some great results and some great outcomes. First off, it allowed us to really have some serious conversations with the students at Bearspaw so that we could ask them what it was that they were looking for in a spiritual growth program. And their responses were so encouraging. They told us they want a program that takes them deep. A program that's serious, a program that actually addresses the issues that they're facing in their spiritual lives. And we can't wait to roll out a program that's going to answer that need. Not only were we able to discover from the students what they were looking for, but interestingly, in our conversation with staff, we discovered that they are aware that if we're going to be serious about making disciples, we need to start by being serious about being disciples. So over the course of this past year, we've had a couple of days completely dedicated to the spiritual well-being of our staff. And what an encouragement that's been to see them taking seriously their walk with God and recognizing that what they do at Bearspaw is not just another teaching job. It really is a ministry. Not only that, but during this past year, we've been able to introduce the Discovery program for our junior high students. What fun to see these junior high kids learning what their spiritual gifts are, understanding how their likes and abilities and aptitudes can be used to serve God and His kingdom, and just to see them light up as they're learning new skills and finding ways to turn that into kingdom energy. That's as good as it gets. The chapel programs this year have been so encouraging as well. We've taken student leadership to a brand new level, and so we've seen students leading in all sorts of ways, most significantly leading by setting the tone of worship, setting the tone of taking chapel seriously. And we've seen such good things happening in our chapel program over the course of this year. So thank you. Thank you for investing last year. There's been a very, very significant return on your investment. And of course, over the course of this year, we've been spending a lot of time thinking about what we can do to provide our students with a careful and comprehensive curricular plan that will take them toward a spiritual maturity for their adulthood. There have been some great things happening in elementary school over this past year. From junior kindergarten to grade 6, we've got teachers who love Jesus, who love His Word, and who love their students. And when they put those three things together, we've seen students just light up and come alive in terms of their spiritual growth, even at that young age. Each class is involved in some sort of a service project or missions project, and that has really connected with the students in some significant ways. As we look forward to next year, there's a plan for a family-based missions trip to Mexico that some of the elementary school families are looking forward to participating in. Some great stuff happening in the elementary school. Now, we recognize that we really need to start taking things seriously in terms of grades 7 through 12. We simply cannot allow ourselves to settle for a random or haphazard approach to teaching these precious adolescents what it means to follow Christ with their lives. And so during this year, we've laid out a plan for a curriculum that will move students through their adolescence and toward their adulthood, really taking their spiritual growth into account. And so a 6-year plan is emerging. A 6-year plan that takes into account the developmental stage of each of the grades, from grade 7 through grade 12, that teaches students leadership, that teaches them how to defend and speak on behalf of their faith, that teaches them how to make a difference as they move into adulthood. What a privilege to be able to put that program together in a way that we believe will really lead these senior students in a serious journey toward knowing Christ more deeply and serving Him more consistently. The future looks bright, I've got to tell you. We're seeing a change in the culture of Bearspaw as teachers are beginning to think very seriously about how they can be even more intentional about integrating their own faith into the teaching they do. From phys ed to math to biology, they're looking for ways to make faith come alive in their teaching. And then as we introduce these new Bible classes and that comprehensive journey of discipleship, we believe that God's going to honor us at Bearspaw by doing significant things in the lives of our students and families. As we look forward, one of the things that we anticipate for this year ahead is to become much more serious about partnering with parents. We still believe that the family is the primary place where the spiritual faith of young people is meant to be grown. And so we want to look for new ways to really support and equip parents to be involved in the lives of their sons and daughters. Thank you so much for the investment that you're making. Thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your prayers. We look forward to being able to report again at next year's golf tournament about the exciting things that have happened over the course of the year that's ahead and what is still to be done. Now, just to say thank you in a tangible way, we want you to know that we've provided some books that we believe will help you as you pursue your own journey of discipleship. It really doesn't matter where you're at in that journey. There are 3 titles there, and I'm sure that you're going to find one that fits perfectly with where you're at as you pursue your relationship with Christ in a fresh new way and as you deepen your walk with Him. Thank you again for being part of what we're doing at Bearspaw. We so appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing what God's going to do as He puts together your efforts with our efforts, the willingness of students to go deep in their walk with God, the enthusiasm of teachers to take seriously their role in the discipleship process. I want to tell you, it'll be a discipleship program unlike anything you've ever seen. We can't wait to see what God's going to do through it. Thank you, and God bless.